Stars are where they are not only because of the amount of work they put in, but also because they've conquered all fears and phobias to give the characters they play full justice. A lot of stars overcome fear of heights, claustrophobia, fear of animals, fear of water, etc. And finally, their act comes across as so natural that the audience fails to notice the reality. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 actors forced to face their worst fears during filming. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Mania. Make sure you stay until number 1, as you don't want to miss out on how Matt Damon had cried like a baby when confronted with snakes on sets. The actor is famous for his tough guy roles, but he was not too keen on having slithery co-stars. Number 10. Emma Watson singing. Harry Potter star Emma Watson was terrified of singing for the first time on screen in her film Beauty and the Beast. Fans of hers know that she is capable of anything, but Emma was less than sure she could pull off her iconic singing role in the movie. Even though she always wanted to sing, even as a child, she was not sure she could star in one of the biggest musicals of all time. She said that being around so many talented musicians and taking some serious singing lessons, she got there. She said, "At the beginning, I was afraid to sing in front of 3 people, and by the end, I was singing live in front of 300. She's not a big fan of singing offset and cannot even do karaoke, even for fun. Singing was tough for her because it makes you much more vulnerable than speaking, she had said. She leaned into her fear, challenged herself, and overcame this crisis of confidence. And how she nailed it and projected her voice in the movie is for everyone to see. Number 9. Ryan Reynolds, Claustrophobia. The film Buried, starring Ryan Reynolds, was shot in Barcelona over 16 days. The actor was required to be buried alive in a wooden coffin with only a lighter, flask, flashlight, knife, glow sticks, pen, pencil, and a mobile phone. It was a claustrophobic premise, and Ryan had to show his talent amidst this. Ryan stated that he suffered from claustrophobia while filming. The coffin he was in was gradually filled with sand as filming went on, such that he was actually buried while shooting the film's climactic moments. Ryan described the last day of shooting as unlike anything I experienced in my life, and I never want to experience that again. The production crew had a team of paramedics waiting on standby. The struggle was worth it though, as the movie gained a perfect 10 out of 10, and the viewers felt like they are trapped in a box along with the main character. Number 8. Rebel Wilson, Fear of Heights. The actress in the movie Pitch Perfect 3 had to repeatedly face her fear of heights while filming. Wilson recalled the experience. "I know I seem really tough, but I am afraid of heights, which is the one thing I'm afraid of, and had to do this 20-foot jump 10 times. And each time I was petrified." Her co-star Anna Kendrick would sing random stuff to distract her and to make it easy for her. Her prior background in martial arts, too, helped with her stunt training for the film. She finally completed the hardcore action training and turned out to be the action star in the making. Number 7. Jennifer Aniston, Aquaphobia. Childhood traumas can leave lasting impacts and come in the way later on in one's profession. Jennifer Aniston has intense fear of going under the water, and she has good reason for her paranoia. During her childhood in California, Aniston was riding a tricycle around the perimeter of a swimming pool. She accidentally rode into the water and was left clinging to the tricycle while her brother tried to pull her from the water. This had a serious impact while filming the 2015 film Cake, where she was required to shoot some scenes underwater, and the actress had serious trouble getting through it. Though the scene looked real, Aniston stated it had taken her 30 takes, and she will never do underwater sequences again. Number 6. Johnny Depp, Clowns. This is a very surprising worst fear of Johnny Depp, and it is the coulrophobia, fear of clowns. Johnny Depp, known for his top-class performances, possesses both a fear of clowns and fear of spiders. He says the fear of clowns came up during his childhood and has not subsided with age. He did not, however, hide this fear, but said in an interview, "I have this fear of clowns, so I think that if I surround myself with them, it will ward off all evil. There's something about the painted face, the fake smile. There always seemed to be a darkness lurking just under the surface, a potential for real evil." Number 5. Jake Gyllenhaal, Ostriches. While Depp had the fear of clowns and carried it from childhood, Jake Gyllenhaal gained a fear that he did not have before while filming for a movie. The fear look on his face in the film Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is actually real while working with the ostriches. It was very challenging for the actor to work with the birds because, as the actor says, the ostriches look innocent but they actually are not. He was naturally terrified of them because many people would tell him to not make noise around the ostriches, as they would tear the eyes and rip the heart out. It is not really known if he ended up conquering this fear because in the scene, he had to actually run away from the birds, and showing fear should have been as natural as possible. Number 4. Scarlett Johansson, birds. Being terrified of birds runs in Scarlett Johansson's family, and she had a hard time while filming We Bought a Zoo. She had difficulty on the set with different animals and birds, and even peacock. She said that the birds are meaner than they look. The actress told Vulture, "I'm only scared of birds, something about wings and beaks and the flapping. If they'd asked me to put a bird on my shoulder, I would have done it, but it would have been hard." The phobia towards winged creatures is called ornithophobia, and her co-star Matt Damon in We Bought a Zoo had the same phobia. Through this fear, both of them played an excellent part and carried off their roles to perfection. She plays the act of the zookeeper in the film to perfection, even though she has strong fear of birds. Number 3. Sylvester Stallone, fear of heights. Stallone, on the very first day of the shoot in the Italian Alps for Cliffhanger, confessed to filmmaker Rennie Harlin about his fear of heights. Looking at the film's set, which was set up at the 11,000-foot peak, Stallone had asked Rennie who was going to go up there since he had a fear of heights. He stated to Rennie that the highest that he had ever gone was the heels of his cowboy boots. It was Rennie's task to trick Stallone into wanting to be higher in the mountains. The director knew Stallone would not refuse to go up in front of the crew as it would have been embarrassing, and slowly made him go higher up into the mountain. As a result, they shot at 13,000 feet, and we got a thrilling movie in the end. We've got to thank Stallone's bravery. Number 2. Kristen Stewart, fear of riding horses. Kristen Stewart's fear of horses comes from suffering a riding injury as a child. She had fallen off a horse and broken and dislocated her elbow when she was 9 years old. While filming Snow White and the Huntsman, she had to jump off cliffs and ride horses, and this terrified her. The actress said, "I love them, I think they're beautiful. I love their energy, I love being around them. I love petting their soft little noses. I just hate telling them what to do." Finally, Stewart somehow put aside her fears and concentrated just on her character, which was more a warrior than a damsel in distress. She had to do it, and she had to show her director her athletic prowess. It was a tough film, but she took charge of the character as a tough girl. Number 1. Matt Damon, snakes. Matt Damon has won several awards for his acting and screenplays. However, he has a fear of snakes, and he had a tough time while filming We Bought a Zoo, where he had to pick up and handle a snake in a scene. It was reported that he had trouble doing that and he cried like a baby. Through the encouragement of his co-stars like Scarlett Johansson and the rest of the film crew, Matt Damon was able to overcome his fear in order to film that scene. For the superstar that he is, he did play his part of a zoo owner convincingly well. Matt Damon also had confessed that he had a fear of height and cannot do stunts like Tom Cruise. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. We'll see you there.